Welcome to Totally Blitz podcast. We got a Friday night special, second game of the year. I don't even know what you would call that. It's not the kickoff of the year, but we are going to Sao Paulo, where the Eagles are technically home, taking on the Green Bay Packers. Two teams from the NFC that went to the playoffs last year. Gonna be a good little matchup. I'm not gonna lie. Eagles trying to right their wrongs. Green Bay trying to extend on what they built last year. But as always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment who you got in this game. If you got any bets, any action on this game, we want to hear it. But as always, I'm Paul. Pick on Wyndham Contra, and I'm joined with.
Hey man, you already know it's your boy Kev, Water Boy Savoy, aka Dom the Dom PYE, aka the realest on your screen. And Paul, do you know what network this is? I remember seeing a commercial, and it was like a things we brought together Friday nights in football, and I was like, oh, they snapped.
Peacock. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
if it's on
yeah, it
something
was
else, but I
Peacock,
do know Peacock got this game.
and I was like, oh, you snapped, and I was like, wait a minute, I've been watching Friday football since high school. Stop that. I thought y'all did something for real, but not. This right here is proof that the NFL can do whatever the fuck they want. I've been saying this since we got the podcast. I've been saying this since they started playing football on Christmas. After COVID, and they realized like, yo, people will pick this product up on any day, any holiday. Bro, we playing football. We can get football any day. There's gonna be a week where football gets played every day of 1 week, 1 year, and it's gonna be beautiful. And the sport is expanding. We're going all the way to Brazil, the kidnap capital of South America. Like motherfucker, it's about to be lit.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles technically the home team here, but it's going to be in Corinthians Arena in Sao Paulo, growing the game. I think they're going to have what they had a game last year in Germany. We always get the London games. We had a Mexico City game as well. So this will be the fourth country that they went to within the last year or two. So, I mean, definitely expanding the game. They know how to send a good game over there. You have the Eagles and Packers, both who went to the playoffs last year, but both kind of ended their season on two different notes. Jordan Love, second half of the season, threw for like 2,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, one interception. They found their guy. They extended him, gave him the bag. Eagles, on the other hand, start off 8-1, I believe. Was it like 8-1 or 10-1? One of those two, and then went on and lose five of the last six games. Get bounced in the wild card against the Buccaneers.
Lost to the Giants twice.
Yeah, and then now rumors circulating in this offseason that Sirianni and Jalen Hurts don't synergize together. There was the stuff from last year when Nick Bosa said, all you got to do is go through the A gap or C gap, and Hurts can't do, like, he just stares at the rush and he can't look downfield. And then afterwards, they lose all those games, and it's not a good look for the $1 million man and Jalen Hurts right now. One's the MVP candidate, two potential MVP candidates here in Jordan Love and Hurts, though. But like both, I mean, Eagles want to rewrite how they sounded off last year. They did that by going out against Saquon Barkley. Um, that was the big signing right there. They added explosive running back from a rival within the division, whereas the Packers kind of stayed true to themselves, rebuilding that roster. Still got the core three young wide receivers and Reed, Dobbs, and Watson. They went out and get Josh Jacobs. I mean, both teams went out and got the best running back they could get in the market. Should be exciting. I mean, 3-point favorite for the Eagles. But I don't know how I'm feeling. How about you?
I think Vegas is fair. They could have gave us 3.5, made it a little. You know what I'm saying? Something I
If it
could have.
was in Philly, they probably did.
Yeah, I could something to help me to sleep better at night. But I'm not gonna give my pick away yet. But I think this is a game where the way you ended your season is gonna impact the confidence you bring into the season. Because the Eagles are coming in with a chip on their shoulders, and I think those are the Eagles that you like. Those are the dirty, grimy Eagles, like the people that get in there, they get dirty with you. AJ Brown, he's in your face screaming while I'm not getting the ball. Devontae Smith is getting shifty. You forget about Dallas Goddard. You forget about they're missing their Hall of Fame center, Jason Kelsey. Congratulations on retiring. But I think this Eagles team is going to have to deal with an uphill battle this season. I think they're going to climb back up to that dangerous team, and they got it. And I think they still trust each other. I think they've gotten some new pieces. that will just give them that the offense that boost that they need. And they last year at points when they were feeling stagnant and they were really leaning on that tush push on 4th and 1. So like I think this is a good time for the Eagles to start building up. I just think the Packers are gonna come in hot. I think they know that they're the young guns on the block still. They still feel like they gotta prove themselves. And I think Matt LaFleur this year is gonna show he's a great fucking coach. Jordan Love, everybody's screaming MVP and all this stuff. For sure, he's probably high on the odds and shit. But let him go out there and win it. Let him lock in with Christian Watson, Romeo Dubs, and let them boys show that they can do this shit for real. And no Aaron Jones. They got Josh Jacobs. Let's see how he looks in the offense. So this is a very like proven game to both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean, of course, people are going to overreact after week one, but this is going to be a game that people are going to be overreacting to. Like, Eagles go 0-1. It could be like, yep, them boys are cooked. We saw it last year at the end of the year. They figured them boys out.
Nick Sirianni's on the hot seat.
Yeah, if Packers don't look good, it's like, yeah, y'all gave Jordan Love $200 million off of one season of shit. Like, y'all stupid. Like, there's headlines write themselves.
I mean, the Packers play their best football in December anyway, so like you can't even argue that shit. But yeah, headlines do write themselves. So I'm gonna get my pick away first.
Drop it.
I wish that they would have gave them boys the 3.5. Because it would have made it so much sweeter when all the dumb motherfuckers bet on the Eagle. Because I'm taking the Packers money line straight up. Duh.
I'm with you, bro. I didn't want to. I was like, on paper, the Eagles gonna be really good, but just have an off feeling for them this year. They did get figured out. They were ranked 31st against the pass last year. Jordan Love at the end of the year looking like a real quarterback. Looked like, oh yeah, they don't need Rodgers no more. Christian Watson just needs to stay healthy. Jit's got the talent. Dobbs has showed up right. Jalen Reed had 10 touchdowns last year. Donovan Wicks was like an undrafted guy who started eating at the end of the year. Both the tight ends, Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, decent little pass catching tight ends there. I just think their O line might be a little scary, but that defense for the Eagles it's not the same from the last 2 years. The last year was really bad against the pass, but like the front seven is nowhere near the same caliber front seven when they went on the Super Bowl run. And O line nowhere near the caliber they were the last 2 years. I'm big in the O line D line market. They stalled out, got worse in those markets. The Packers, I think Jordan Love's gonna come out and drop like a 300 burger on them boys opening night.
302 touchdowns. I can see it.
I don't even know what the prop saying that. I'm taking the over. It's probably saying like 260, 270, 275. I'm telling if that bitch is saying under 300, take the over because he's throwing that bitch. He's airing that bitch out.
Nah, and then I also think this game is going to be really close. I think this game is going to have this is going to be a game of runs and time of possession is going to be really important. But I think late in the game, the Packers are going to be the better coached team, and that's how they're going to be able to either hold a lead or get that game-winning drive.
Especially when you're in a foreign country, short practice week. The coaching will matter. You're gonna have guys who probably ain't gonna sleep well, might have neck pain. Just the uncomfortability of everything in a foreign country. It's just gonna be completely off for some of these guys. And I think the coaching is gonna matter on like who's gonna lead their troops to battle better. And I think LaFleur is gonna have something. I think his offensive playbook's kind of deep, and I think he's gonna have something in the third and fourth quarter when the offense stalled out. They might hit a trick play for a wide open, like a busted coverage type of touchdown, and that's all that the Packers were going to need to like, oh, okay, the momentum's back in the Packers' favor because LaFleur was deep in his bag.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see what the Packers special. I think this team's it's something gonna come down to like a turnover or like a turnover or something on special teams. And I don't know what the Packers special teams looking like this year, but if there's a defense that I need a turnover from, I'm taking the Packers before the Eagles.
Yeah, and the Eagles got two rookie corners starting. Could be great guys. Quinton Mitchell, first rounder, best corner on the board, and then Cooper DeJean, best white boy in a minute playing corner.
I didn't know they were starting.
Oh, and that guess they got rid of Bradbury because he was ass last year, and
Yeah.
Slace number 1 and number 2 is Quinion Mitchell, who was supposed to, he's gonna be an immediate starter on almost any team as a first round corner. But
They didn't
then
get CJ Gardner Johnson back?
he's safety.
Oh, I'm over here thinking he played corner. My bad.
He's strong safety. I mean, he's an elite strong safety. Like they still have Devin White. Um, I think they still yeah. So like they're still gonna be good on defense. The defense is still good. I just feel like it's not the same elite defense as the previous years.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think this team does good this season, but I think it's an uphill battle first.
Yeah. I would say not only am I taking I'm taking the over. I feel good about the over 48.5. I think both teams can score points here. I think it's gonna be a little fun
Yeah.
game.
I could see this being a 32-34 game type shit.
Living up to the hype, unlike the first game of the year where it might be a little bit more defensive strength.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, good. I don't know if the NFL did that on purpose. Maybe they did. I didn't realize. But one AFC matchup, marquee matchup, and then the next day NFC marquee matchup.
Schedule makers, dog. We've been giving them credit for a minute now.
Yeah. Well, we'll catch y'all, boys. We'll be back over the weekend with the rest of the weekend slate. It feels so good to be back for football. As always, we appreciate y'all watching. Go down and like and subscribe. Comment who you got this game. Comment how you feel about your team for this upcoming season. Football is back. We appreciate y'all watching it with us. I'm Paul Pickle Winham. That's Kevin Waterboy Savoy. We broke down Friday night football. And if y'all didn't know, now y'all know, motherfuckers.